Hello, and welcome to yet another Cabin Fever edition of Inch from Insanity. Today, we will be reviewing the Netflix TV show Hollywood. I've actually been wanting to review this show for quite some time. I think it's more important and relevant than a lot of people give it credit for, and we'll see if we can dive into why. The story centers around a group of people trying to make a movie in post-war Hollywood. Now, I want to say this. Trust me, give it till episode 4 at least before you decide if you want to keep watching or not. Because up until that point you think it's like one of those shows where they set pre-60s. Oh, look, people were having sex, gay people existed, and of course they did. But a lot of shows, they make that the story instead of having a story that's real. You know, this doesn't do this. It kind of does in the first couple episodes, but if you give it a chance, like I said, to about episode 4, it really opens up. Because I love a good what-if story. You know, anytime the comics do alternate, like, what if Superman landed here? What if this character was never born? What if Bruce Banner never became the Hulk? What if Spider-Man never got bitten by the radioactive spider? And then every single show that's sci-fi usually has what if the Nazis won? And of course, there's shows that do that in different ways. Like, stuff like that. What if we have a different species? What if dinosaurs never died? You know, what ifs. I like a good what if, and I think this show is a good what if. Because I viewed it as a what if. What if the Me Too movement, the civil rights movement, gay rights, all this stuff started all the way back then? I mean, I was so ready for the show to be just all cliches, you know? Oh, God, they're going to do every gay cliche, every black cliche, every woman cliche, but they do it in a way, like, especially as an actor, I'm like, well, this is really interesting. I mean, all the stories you hear about old Hollywood, I mean, people act like it was the honorable time. No, it wasn't. So often, when the chance for real change comes in life, it doesn't happen because people say it can't. Because for no other reason half the time, because it's the way all they've been, and they're afraid to, and it's true, when you try and fail, especially back then, your career would have been dead, but it sounds like a little something today, doesn't it? I mean, but this goes, what if someone, even all the way back then, went, no, we're doing this. This person's the best at the actor. I don't care what color their skin is. This person deserves credit. I don't care what their background is. This person deserves to be able to hold their boyfriend's hand in public. Stuff like that. And because think of the Me Too movement. We need it. The Me Too movement, but when you consider how late it was and how it wasn't a secret. Everyone knew what these people were doing. And I think I'll slide this in here. As an actor, I mean, I'll just say I'm broadcasting from home. You know, I'm in small town Massachusetts. If I ever made it and I'd like to think that if I saw someone getting assaulted, I'd stop it. But would that little voice in my brain go, like, if I knew something and could stop it, or wasn't sure if I could stop it, and the voice said, if you do this, the thing you've dreamt about your entire life, you can never do, because this man, and let's say it, Weinstein, if this was during the 90s, could destroy you in Hollywood. Imagine that. Can you imagine I mean, of course we all think we want to do the right thing, and I would hope I would, but that thought would be in your head. Imagine if you have the keys to the kingdom, the thing you've always dreamed of. So, and basically, do I recommend this? Very much so. Great acting from the whole cast, good writing. I think it's dramatic, but still has its comedic elements. There were a few moments that I really liked. Some of the sexual aspects can be a little intense for some people, so keep that in mind. It's not, I don't want to say graphic, or anything. It just depicts what people had to go through with agents in a realistic way. Considering I binge-watched it in about a day, and still go back and watch some of my favorite moments, I'd say it accomplishes the goal of keeping one entertained. So why are people divided on this? I think I can understand that, again, it drags on in the beginning. But I'm telling you, once it gets the story, it drags you right, and you are caring about these characters. You want them to succeed, and it's an amazing metaphor for today. Especially in gay rights, civil rights, but I think the Me Too movement in particular for stuff like that. The stuff people, and I think, again, gay rights, civil rights, it goes into all of it. And because people, they say Hollywood can change so many things with just one movie. That's why I want to be an actor. Just one movie can change the hearts and mind. I guarantee you, every good person who's a fan of movies, who, like, any kind of leader, civil rights, they saw a movie like, I want to be a hero like that. For me, it's like action movies, but mainly superheroes. I look at them and think, that's who I want to be. That's why I want to be a good person. That's why I want to keep fighting. And I think this show does it in a very good way. So I do recommend it. Again, there's some elements you might like, but give it till episode 4. But final verdict on this, I would say go check it out. It's very binge-worthy. So I'll end with believe everything, trust nothing.